There was a restaurant right there, and I should have grabbed some, man. But anyway, I already got food, so no point. It's a busy intersection right here. So today I'm dropping off a load in Arizona, and then once that's done, I gotta pick up another load. I don't know. Whatever's next is next. I don't know where I'm going lately. So as a trucker, working long hours and everything, there's sometimes you may sometimes things get boring, right? You may be wondering like, what the hell am I gonna do for all this time while I'm on the road and everything? And that is legal, and I don't know, like, to me, I guess I gotta come up with like certain things that I do, right? For example, the one thing is listening to podcasts, right? Depends on what you into. Could be political podcasts, intellectual podcasts, or the manosphere, things like that. You can listen to some of these things, and it makes the time goes pretty fast, right? Also, it's pretty good. You get to educate yourself on a lot of subject matter that you're not really familiar with. Another thing that really helps me is listening to audiobook. I love listening to audiobook, man. It's like, what I would do, I would find me like a playlist of interesting audiobook, whether it's fantasy novels or like business stuff related, anything it is, right? Anything that would actually keep your mind occupied for the next 5 to 8 hours, whatever. And then you just load up that list before you start driving, and then you press play, boom. Before you know it, I guarantee you, your time will go so freaking fast. As a matter of fact, like, you would not want to stop, because that's how interesting sometimes like listening to audiobook can be. Because once you stop, you're gonna have to keep yourself distracted with other things, right? So then therefore that's annoying. Now, another thing, the obvious one is Spotify, right? Spotify is pretty good. You already have your playlist of music and everything. Depends on the mood that you're in. You just load that bad boy, and then boom, keep yourself occupied, keep yourself busy. However, like, I don't know, with me, for some reason, like, listening to music can give me like a boost of energy, but also gives me a crash. It's kind of weird. It's like, drinking like a Red Bull or something like that, right? You all hyped up and everything, depends on what you're listening to. And over time, you just, like, you get tired, right? So I don't really listen to a lot of Spotify that much. I do it sometimes, but not as often as I usually, not as often, right? And another thing that really keep me occupied is actually Reddit stories. Oh my God, Reddit stories is just as good as listening to audiobooks, right? Because, like, you just gotta find yourself a good playlist, whether it's Am I the A-hole, blah blah blah, or like Ultimate Revenge, all these things, right? You just typed it in on YouTube, and then you just like come up with a playlist, and then you just let that shit play. You just put your phone away somewhere so you don't keep yourself distracted, or you just listening to the audio as you drive it. So look, I had to sometimes stop myself, right? Because I'd be listening to some stories that sound so ridiculous, and I'm like, I get angry sometimes. I'm like, yo, what the hell, yo? Like, what a freaking asshole. Very entertaining, keeps you busy, and yeah, it makes the time goes pretty fast. So this is pretty much all I could think of at the moment. Oh, last but not least, right? Try to learn a different language while you're driving, because there's like there are like playlists or compilation online or on let's say YouTube, whatever, that would actually like gives you phrases and stuff like that, so you could listen to as you're driving. And it's like, it could be, listen to Polish while you while asleep or whatever the case may be, right? So then you get to listen to it while you're driving, and then even the things goes on repeat, so you learn phrases and stuff like that. And then you do that enough time, you're gonna start catching up with the language you try to learn, especially if you actually you went to traveling, you went to vacationing to like abroad or something like that. So yeah, I would definitely recommend you listen to language learning while you're driving, because people think that, and sometimes I used to get frustrated as well too, is like, driving stops you from learning a lot of stuff, but in reality it's also an opportunity for you to like learn so much stuff, keeping your mind occupied, and like the dopamine that you get from driving. And to me, I think it's freaking awesome. So let me know down below in the comment section, like, what have you been doing during driving and stuff like that, and what helps you to keep the job interesting, so then therefore you don't lose your crap, because it can be boring sometimes. Anyway, so I'm your host. I'm that Haitian right here, the trucker. So get down below in my comment section, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace.